All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue with our Arizona Coyotes heading into year number 5. I was asking you guys in the last video what we should do with our lineup. I deliberately didn't start the year 5 simulation because we have a few roster players that we can definitely trade away. And I was reading your comments, and there were some people suggesting to just go right ahead and go get a young goaltender who's already in the mid-80s instead of holding on to Google Vaz because he might not get better. Same thing with Mark Byzantine. He's 84 at 26 years old, But I think I'm going to hold on to the goaltenders for one more year. This year is, I don't want to say supposed to be a step back year, but this year we told ourselves that we're going to play a bunch of our younger players like Ryan Pilon, Domi, Pierlini, Matthew Barzell. I want to give Google Vaz the chance. He's still got 2 years left on a minor league deal, which means that next year he'll be 24 years old, $0.8 million with 1 year left, and he'll still have the star potential. His trade value will still be up there, all right? So we'll give him 1 year at the beginning of next season. If he hasn't jumped yet, then we'll pull the trigger on another goaltender, all right? But for right now, let's just see what these guys can do. And I want to see if Byzantine can have another good season as well. Now, you know what? Let me just... we are going to do a trade. I'm going to try and do a trade anyways. But for the depth on our team, because we have Haula and Samuelson not playing, right? So the first line, I think everybody agreed with: Tyler Toffoli, Anze Kopitar, and Nail Yakubov. The second line, not a lot of people are believing that Barzell should be on the second line. The reason I put him on the second line is I know he's only 81 overall, but it's because of his defense and physical categories that bring him down. But in the top 6, he's going to be a point producer, all right? His offensive awareness is already at 87. Yes, his passing is only at 78, but look at his shot power: 94 for slap shot power, 93 for wrist shot power. So, I want to see if this guy can, put some goals home with Hansel and Riley Smith. It may not work, but I can move them down, but it may work, all right? So I want to try that out. Pierlini, Teravainen, and Max Domi. I like Pierlini and Domi on the third line. You guys were saying, though, Teravainen, he's just... like Samuelson would be a better bet, or I should go out and trade for a dedicated third-line center, first-line penalty killer. And you know what? I starting to kind of agree with that. When we traded for Teravainen, he had the Red Star potential. We were hoping that he would jump up to the mid-80s. He's got some pretty good offensive stats, but I need some defensive players in the bottom 6. Domi's already kind of the playmaker on the third line. Pierlini's good, but I could use another like two-way grinder or another power forward, right? And then the fourth line is just fine. So I was reading your comments, and there was one good one for a third-line center, a young player. I've already checked out his contract. His contract looks fine. It's like 2 years left at $2 million. Oh, my God. Come on. There you go. About time. All right. It's from the Vancouver Canucks, Bo Horvat. Yes. All right. So let me bring this guy up. Centers. All right, Bo Horvat right there. He's 84 overall, 23 years old, 2.15 or 2.105 million for the next 2 years. So it's a very doable contract. He's got 4-star potential. The reason I like Bo Horvat is because look at that defense and physical category. And it's still getting better. He's only 23 years old, but he's got an 84 for faceoffs, defensive awareness 86, shot blocking 88, stick checking 87. All right, his offensive categories aren't the greatest. They're all 4-star or 3.5-star for senses. But skating is 5-star, physical is 4.5-star, and defense is 4-star, and he's still getting better. This guy looks like the perfect third-line center for us for the future. So you know what? I agree. I think that's a great trade. So Bo Horvat, there you go. What about this McCann guy, Jared McCann? No, he's still young. I guess I already have fourth liner. I don't need to pick up anybody else. No, I don't need Virtanen or Shinkruk. Backus, Cassian. No, I don't need any of these guys. Hamuse for 1 year. No, his trade value is a little bit too much. No. You know what? We're good. Just one thing at a time here. Let's just go for Bo Horvat, all right? So we're going to go for Bo Horvat. Let's see. Obviously, Teravainen, I think if we're going to replace Teravainen on the third-line center, and we have Domi as a playmaker now, I think Teravainen can definitely be gone. All right, because he's got, I think 1 year left on his... Yeah, 1 year. He's going to want a real contract after this. It's a good time to get him out of here, all right? So we'll trade away Teravainen. Very nice. And you know what? You guys were saying we should be playing Samuelson. I'm just thinking... Should I be playing Soderberg instead of Samuelson? You know what I mean? Samuelson is a little bit more offensively minded. And he's going to be getting fourth-line time. So I'm just thinking, should it be Soderberg or Samuelson? See, Soderberg's got some pretty good stats, man. And I know he's a center, but he can play the wing. He can do it all. Like, what did he do last year? What kind of stats did he have? -7 in the playoffs, +2. You know what? All right, we'll keep Samuelson. We'll give the kid a chance on the fourth line. All right, so Soderberg, you can go in there as well. Teravainen and Soderberg. Yep, gonna have to bring back some players here. Do Do they want to give up anybody? No, they don't. So let me just get the cheapest players on the team. Sanguinetti for 1 year. Yeah, this guy could be some depth for us. There you go. And I'm going to have to bring back one more guy as well. There you go. All right, so Soderberg and Teravainen. I don't think that will go through the way it is, so let me just add one more in there. Let's see here. Who can we add? Who can we add? I know I have Howla still. I could add him in this deal. Make sure it goes through. But I could make another trade with Howla still, so hang on a second. Howla, yeah, Howla's there. Pierlini. You know what? I could just put in Howla and then get maybe a first-round pick out of this. No, they don't want to give up their draft picks. Never mind. What about any young players with low... What about this guy? Villiardi? What is he, a playmaker? No, I don't need another playmaker. No, I think I should hold on to Howla for now. Yeah, hold on to Howla for now. Don't need to trade him here. So let's just make this trade. Marner, Strom, Shepard. I need all these guys for depth. Samuelson, I'm going to use you on the 4th line now. Clark Bure, Richard. No, I'm going to hold on to you. Domingo. No, I'm going to hold on to all you guys. Sprong, Korostelov, Smith. Hold on to all you guys. And then defenseman, DeVree. Yeah, I can trade away maybe like Connor Murphy. Well, he's depth, isn't he? Yeah, he's depth for me. No, he's depth. You know, I can trade away this Orban guy. I don't think I'm going to use him. I'm getting a pretty good player back here. Defensive defenseman, drafted in the 3rd round. He could be all right, but you know what? Nah, I'm going to have enough defensemen in the future. Yeah, Ryan Orban, you gotta give up something to get something here. So, Teravainen, Soderberg, and Orban for a 3rd-line checking center. Bo Horvat. Yeah, I think that'll go through. Will it go through? Really? Wow, even all that. Jeez, I thought for sure it would go through. Okay, you know what we'll do? Yeah, we're going to take off Orban, and we're going to put in Howla. All right? I know a lot of people don't want Howla to be traded, but you know what? This makes sense for me. Should I take off? Could hold on to Soderberg just in case an injury happens. Or I could try to get a draft pick out of this. Wait, you know what? Do they have any goaltenders? Goalies. Let's see. Oh, this guy, Barrick. Oh, he must have the same thing that Gugovaz has going on. Let's see. Can I just snag him up in the trade? Probably not. Nah, no, there's no way that's going to work. All right, let's just try to get a draft pick out of this. A 2nd rounder for Howla, Soderberg, Teravainen, and Bo Horvat in a 2nd. Yeah, I'd do that. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I would do that. All right, will it go through? Wow, holy crap. They don't want to give up Bo Horvat. It makes sense. He's a good player. Okay. Man, I'm really going to have to extend here to give this guy up. You know what? I don't want to give up Howla in this trade now because it's just, like, it's too much. They're getting too much out of this. Let me see. Soderberg, Teravainen. If I give up Samuelson as well... Or Strom. No. You know what? I give up Shepard now because, yeah, I'll give up Shepard even though I just signed him. But I can hold on to other players for depth. You know what? I'll give this Richard guy up. Is he a 2-way forward? He's a power forward when I draft him. 3rd round. Power forward. Hugo Richard. I wouldn't mind holding on to a power forward left winger. DeVree. What's this guy? You know what? Go back with Orban again? Yeah, we'll go back with Orban. And I'll get another shitty player. There you go. Well, you know what? Hang on. What about the other guy instead of Orban? Hang on a sec. This guy, Kulshov. He is a defensive defenseman as well. You know what? I'll hold on to Orban instead because this guy doesn't have a contract yet, so it just makes the trade a little bit easier. And they got the same, yeah, they got the same potential. All right, so I'll take off Orban. There you go, Kuleshov. All right, so Teravainen, Soderberg, Shepard, Kuleshov for Bo Horvat. Will it go through? Yes, it did. On behalf of the Vancouver Canucks organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. All right, so we gave up a little bit there, but I think that's good news for us. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is Sanguinetti for depth. That's fine. And then forwards, you know, let me just send Sanguinetti down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, man, it's gonna actually. We're not. I was thinking that we'd get a good distance into the regular season. I don't know anymore. Zalewski. No, I'm gonna drop you. Samuelson. I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna find a spot for Howla. He might not have a spot on this team unless I want to play him on the... Because I'm not putting Barzell down there. There's no point in putting Barzell in the bottom 6. All right, I want to use his offensive shot and offensive awareness. So Hansel, Riley Smith, and Barzell. Pierlini, Bo Horvat, and Max Domi now. So a very young 3rd line. And then Samuelson, Zach Smith, and Eric Condor. See, I don't think Howla would do anything on that 4th line. Now, could Domi play the 4th line? But I want to give Domi... No, Domi's got 91 for passing. I want to give him a chance to play with Horvat and Pierlini. See what I mean? No, Howla just doesn't have a place on this team. So what we're going to do with Howla is we're going to just make a simple trade. All right. Yeah, I'm going to trade away Howler right now. Going to make a simple trade for a first-round pick for Howler, if I can find one. All right, so no. Howler, I'm going to need you. No, hold on, all you guys. Hold on, all you guys. Yeah, all right, so let's find a team that wants Howler, and maybe a team that I could get a first-rounder out of. And, you know, I'm gonna try and pick a team that's going to maybe get like the first overall pick. So I'm looking for a team without a goalie. The Calgary Flames don't have a goalie, and they want Howler. They want to give it their first? No, they don't. Hang on a second here. Oh my God, come on. There you go. Is this first round pick gone down in value at all? No, it's still pretty high up there. Might be able to get that. Calgary's first for Eric Howler. Yeah, I might be able to sneak this out if I give up like a third. Eric Howler and a third for their first rounder. Will it go through? No. All right, hang on. Might be able to make this work. Any skaters that I haven't signed yet that I could give up? Yeah, DeVries and Richard. No, I'll hold on to you two. They're young players. Centers. Let's see here. Strome. Hold on all my centers. Hold on my left wingers. No, I can't trade away any of these guys now. No, gotta hold on all you. Even Murphy, yeah, I gotta hold on to Murphy. No, there's no more prospects or players that I could trade away here. You know what? I have faith in my ability to have a pretty good regular season. So you know what? The second round pick I don't think is needed. So Howler and a second to move up for Calgary's first. Will it go through? Still not. Wow. All right, I want Calgary's first, man. I don't think. Hang on, let me just see. All skaters. Let's see what they have on this team. Yeah, an 87, 85. Yeah, they got a few players, but they don't have any studs, and their goaltender. That's the reason I'm trading him here. The goaltender, their best is an 83, and it's Jonas Hiller and Rambo, and they're getting worse as the season goes on, right? So this could work out for us. I want to get this first. So Howler, a second, and a third for their first-round pick. Will it go through? There it is. I'm happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the Calgary Flames. So we had 2 seconds and a third. Now we have 2 firsts and a second. All right, and one of those picks is from the Calgary Flames. So we got to hope that they don't have the greatest regular season this year, all right? So there you go. We're done. We made the trades, and we're ready to start the regular season now. Pilon, no. Barzell, all right, good. Everyone's up there. And I have all my rookie players down in the AHL, and they're the ones who are going to come up when the time comes. All right, so let me just quickly do all this again. There you go. Zach Smith, Samuelson, and Condra on the 4th line. Pierlini, Horvat, and Domi. Oh, yeah. Defense. Let's get Barry and Ekman Larson, Gormley and Yandel, Pilon and Stone. Yep. Hansel, Riley Smith, and Domi. No, I'm going to go with Barzell again. I want Barzell to get the chance to get some points. There you go. Pilon. Yeah, sure. Pilon's on the power play. Sure, why not? They're saying to put him there. Hansel, Toffoli, Yakupov, and Kopitar. Yep, penalty kill. Bo Horvat. There you go. And Zach Smith. You guys are going to be my penalty killers, along with Pierlini and Domi. All right, this is where they're going to get their chance to shine. Horvat, Pierlini, Zach Smith, and Domi. You know what? It's not that. I'm going to go with Samuelson. There you go. Samuelson can get some penalty kill time. All right, Yandel. Yep, that looks good right there. Get the 2 righties on that side. Kopitar and Bo Horvat. Bo Horvat right there. And we'll go with Kopitar 5-on-3 penalty kill, sure. 4-on-4 lines. There you go. Yep. Barzell with Riley Smith. Sure, that looks fine. Extra attacker. Kopitar, Yakupov. Goaltenders. Byzantine and Gugovaz. All right, so there you go. Now, Portland. Best lines. Let's see what we have here. Portland's, yeah, everybody's basically started. So what I'll do now is I'll bring up some of my older players. Like, hang on a second here. Oh, did I pass it? Yes, I did. Age. All right, so I'll bring up Garbett. I'll bring up Sanguinetti. And I'll bring up Chipchura. All right. Oh, we're already full. Okay, good. So we're full up on the team right now. Who's up here? Hang on a second. So Garbett, Sanguinetti. Do I have 3 goalies up here? I must have 3 goalies. Do I have 3 goalies? Yeah, okay, I have 3 goalies. Hang on a second here. Goalie, Ortio, you're going to go down. And now I can bring back up, what was his name? Was it Ollie or somebody? Chipchura. All right, so there you go. Now when I go best lines for Portland, everybody should be starting now. Everybody should be out there. Yeah, all my top-notch players are out there automatically. Good. So this year I don't have to worry about any line changes keeping the AHL team together, all right? We are good to go. So, and we have Calgary's first-round pick, so we desperately want Calgary to not have a good year this year. All right, so OHL for 6 weeks forwards. Very nice. So let's get some of the simulation done. Let me just make sure I don't lose this. Hang on one second. All right, so let's get the Year 5 simulation started. We'll get 1 month done here, and we'll take a look at our team, how they're playing. The big question is, are we going to be able to get back to the playoffs? I assume so. You know, we don't have Darcy Kemper this year, which I think in the past helped us go back and forth between, you know, we don't have that elite goalie, but we had two, you know, above average goalies. I think Byzantine and Kemper were both better than backup goaltenders, right? So that's what we had last year. So this year, you know, when Google Vaz is in the net, we might lose a lot of games, and that might come back to bite us in the ass when we're trying to make the playoffs, right? If we don't make the playoffs by, like, say, 4 points, and Google Vaz has a record of, like, I don't know, 5-13 or something, you know, it's gonna be a real kick in the ass, just because if we had Darcy Kemper, we probably would have made the playoffs. But we're getting a little bit too far ahead of ourselves here. Byzantine is going to get a lot of starts because he is better than Google Vaz. He's like an 84 to an 80. And I really think that Matthew Barzal on that second line, with his shot and his offensive awareness, I don't think it's going to be a problem. And remember, we also now have the new season with Tyler Toffoli on the line with Anze Kopitar and Nail Yakupov. This is the first time we have a new first line left wing. It's been Bodker the last 4 years, right? So is Tyler Toffoli going to help out that first line, which will help out our team in general? That's going to be the question. And you know what? The good news, the very first game of the regular season, we beat the Calgary Flames in regulation. So hopefully I can get a top 5 pick, because once you pass like year 3 in the draft, top 5 picks, they're usually all like 4.5-star players at like 70-something overall, right? So give me a top 5 pick. I don't care if it's 1 to 5. I'll take it. Ooh, losing some games. Can't score some goals. Come on now, boys. Don't make me regret the changes that I made. Hansel, look at that second line. See, it's doing fine. Hansel's our leading goal scorer. I need Kopitar and Yakupov to show up. And Byzantine, you got to have I'm not worried about Byzantine. He had a good season last year. It's about the backup. There you go. Oh, my God. Ekman Larsson's been injured with a mild concussion. Estimated return is October 28th. All right, so it's not going to be that long. So I'm just going to go replace player. He's going to miss like a game, I think. So I'll just replace the player. I didn't even know. I was reading some of the comments a while ago, and there's actually a very easy way to replace a player. Say when you replace him and you go back to manually edit the lines, I don't have to go through every line. If I just go replace player and I can replace him back with the player that I take off, I didn't even know I could do that. Watch, I'll show you. It's pretty quick. It's pretty good. I'm actually liking the injuries a lot more in this game. So Ekman Larsson's back, right? So go to edit lines manually. There you go. So Sanguinetti was up here, right? So I click on Sanguinetti, go to Ekman Larsson, and then I press Y, and boom, he's back on every line that Sanguinetti was on, right? But now you have to go back and you have to scratch Sanguinetti, and there you go. So that's my my new way, so I don't have to go best lines every time. That's good. I actually really like the injuries in this game now. Make the stats more realistic. So we just did forwards OHL. Let's go defenseman OHL. I'll do everything. All right. How much time do we have? 18 minutes? Yeah, we'll go 1 more month. Yeah, we'll get another month done. Why not? Should we just go right now? Yeah, you know what? Let's just go right now. Let's not make any crazy decisions just yet. I know we're 4-5-0, but let's just see if it's just a little bit of luck. Miss luck, bad luck. Let's just see. I remember the last few seasons we've started off pretty good. Ooh, Zach Smith's been injured with an injured foot. All right, estimated return is November 8th, so he won't miss too much time either. Replace player. If we start to really fall below 500, I might just go best lines. I'm telling you, though, I think the backup goaltender situation might be what's hurting us right now. Now, if we get to 15 regulation losses, we might have to do something, but let's just give our team the chance here. I still think our offense and our defense has got to be better as well. Oh, my God. Keith Yandel's been injured with a sprained ankle. Estimated return is November 25th. All right. Since that's Keith Yandel, let's go best lines. Let's go best lines. There you go. Best lines. There you go. Just until Keith Yandel comes back. Let's see if best lines can get us a few wins here. All right. I know Matthew Barzal's probably on the 4th line now, but let's just see. Because if that's the case, I want to make the playoffs this year still. We still have our first-round pick, which is good news. But I feel like we are going to be a playoff team. We have too much offensive firepower, and our defensive core is really good. I don't care, man. Our defensive core is really good. Tyson Barrie now with Yandel, Ekman Larsson. Like, we have a solid top 4, and Stone on our top 6 is going to help Pilon out. Got a lot of regulation losses so far in the season, though. 6-9-0. I'm not liking that. But Tyler Toffoli is leading our team with 7 goals. Nail Yakupov with 9 assists. So that first line looks like they're putting some goals away. Just got to get some wins. Every time we lose, man, we're allowing a lot of goals. Come on now, defense and Byzantine. We need you, man. I don't want to have to go out and make a goaltender trade already. It's too early in the season. I don't want to have to do that. I want to give these guys the chance. But I will take a look at Google Vaz's stats after this. If he's not pulling it. I don't want to necessarily trade him away, but I don't want to miss the playoffs this year. Come on, boys. Just make it seem like it was just a bad start to the regular season. You're just trying to get the chemistry underway. All right. At least we got a point out of that overtime loss. Give me some more overtime losses instead of regulation losses. Come on now. We can beat the Rangers. Another loss. That's an overtime loss. All right. So Keith Yandle is back. Let's go best lines to the rest of the month, and we'll see what happens here. If we win some games, we lose some games. Keith Yandle is back. I will make those line changes again, but I don't know. The start of the regular season kind of scared me. Man, we're losing games. Can't win some games here. Come on now, Arizona. You're better than this. I know we are. We have offensive firepower. Put the puck in the net, man. There you go. Holy shit. Yeah, win games 8-7. That'll work. I'm fine with that. Oh, my God. All right, so it's starting to get to, you know what? This is a good place to stop it right here. It's starting to get to, the part of the season where we definitely have to start turning it around. We only have 20 points. The Calgary Flames only have 21 points, so that's good. It's not like they're at the top of the NHL or anything. But we got to figure out what's going wrong with our team. So Stats Central, team standing. Let's take a look at some of these stats here. So points, 27th in the NHL. We got to turn that around. Goals for per game. We're scoring 3 goals for per game. So, I mean, our offensive output is fine. These other teams ahead of us are going to come back down to earth. I think it's our goals against. Our goals against per game, we are dead last in the NHL. All right, so we are allowing way too many goals against per game. All right, so that's something that we need to turn around. Power play percentage, 3rd in the NHL, so our power play is looking good. Our penalty kill percentage, 27th, so maybe Anze Kopitar should be on the penalty kill. Home record and our away record, and our last 10, 4-4-2. All right, so a little bit of an offensive team here, and we're not able to keep the puck out of the nets. Player stats of the season, let's see. Let's see some of these stats. Maybe, you never know, maybe Google Vaz has very good stats, and it's Byzantine who's not playing good this year. Byzantine had the better regular season than Darcy Kemper last year, which is why I held on to Byzantine, right? But maybe this year he's just not getting it done. So forwards, Nail Yakupov's got 20 points in 23 games played. Kopitar's got 19, and Tyler Toffoli's got 19. So I'd say that first line is doing just fine, and they're plus players. So the first line doesn't need to be touched. Second line, Hansel's got 13 points. Riley Smith's got 12. Max Domi, remember when I did the best lines, Barzell probably went down here a little bit, but Barzell, 5 points in 12 games played, and he's a +2. All right, so Barzell's a +2. Hansel, Riley Smith, Domi, Pierlini, Zach Smith, Condra, Barzell, Horvat down here. Horvat's a -16. He probably got pushed up to the second line when I did. We'll check out the lines after this. Garbett. Right wingers, defenseman, Ekman Larson, Barry's got a lot of points. Yandle's got some points. All right, Yandle's got 12 points in 15 games played. That's pretty good. All right, here's all the, yep. Pilon's a -11. Maybe Pilon is not ready for the NHL just yet. Maybe send him back down. Maybe. Goaltenders. All right, so Google Vaz. Look at this. Google Vaz is 6 games played, but he's 3-1-0. All right, save percentage of 88.03, which is not good. But it's Mark Byzantine. Mark Byzantine has had 19 games played, and he's 6-11-1, 3.52 goals against average, and a save percentage of 88.31. All right, so, I mean, if you look at his stats last year, what do you have? 48 games played, 28, 15-0, and a goals against 2.49, save percentage of .921, right? 0.912. I'd say our team is better defensively this year, so interesting. So we got to figure out what lineups we have. When I go best lines, this is the way the team arranges them. All right? So that's why Domi had a few more points. Barzell has been scratched by Garbett. All right, so when Yandle came back probably. So I'm going to have to go best lines again. Don't worry. Where's Barzell? Barzell. What was his games played then? Yeah, he's played 12 games played with 5 points. So I want to give Barzell the chance to get back up here, all right? So what do you think about the lines this time? I want to get Barzell back on the second line, but something is just not working here. Maybe it's Samuelson. Maybe his defensive awareness and his body checking. I told you. He's a -2. I know he's got a good shot, but I don't think he's built for defense. You know what I mean? He's not the worst part about our team, but that defensive awareness of 81. I mean, Condra, he shouldn't be playing either, but, he's more depth for me. I don't mind Samuelson for depth, but, we're one step away. I don't know what it is on this team, but we're one step away. Got to figure out what's wrong with us, all right? So there's our defense. I think our defense is fine. Maybe it's our goaltending. It's not Google Vaz, though. It's Byzantine, and he played fine last year. I don't know. It's a weird season so far. So, boys, let me know what you think is wrong with our team. Any line changes that you may have, I will accept. I'll try. But we got to try and turn this around because I want to make the playoffs this year. All right, so let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one.